Good day, Alcorn and surrounding areas. This is the Daily News Brief brought to you by WPRL 91.7 FM. In national news, on March 21st, the Senate approved a rough $2.2 trillion stimulus package to address the economic impact of the coronavirus. This is the largest piece of legislation of the modern history of Congress as the nation. The bill is aimed directly at addressing the economic crisis that's unfolding because of the shutdowns intended to slow the spread of the outbreak. The bill also predicts the soaring unemployment claims and economic contractions that the shutdowns will cause. Local businesses have been thought about and included in the stimulus package that weather the impending crunch, providing them with zero-interest loans, tax breaks, and other subsidies. As far as who is eligible to receive part of this stimulus package are single adults who make $75,000 a year or less will get $1,200. Married couples who make $150,000 a year will receive $2,400 plus $500 per child. People who draw Social Security will also receive part of the package despite the fact that Trump tried to make them ineligible if they had not refiled a tax return in 2018 or 2019. Wednesday, the Department of Treasury and Internal Revenue Services announced that those who receive Social Security benefits and who are not typically required to file a tax return will not have to file a simple tax return to receive their share of the stimulus package. In other national news, a California man faces up to 20 years in federal prison for deliberately derailing a train with the intent to the U.S. naval ship Mercy. The ship had 1,000-bed floating hospitals that arrived in the port of Los Angeles last week aimed at the coronavirus pandemic. Eudro Marino, 44, of San Pedro, was charged Wednesday with one count of train wrecking. Marino told police he believed that the Mercy had an alternate purpose related to the COVID-19 or a government takeover. Marino also told law enforcement officers he intentionally derailed and crashed the train near the Mercy. The train crashed only 250 yards away from the Mercy. According to the DOJ statement, nobody was injured. You only get this chance once, Marino told a highway patrol officer. The whole world is watching. I had to. People don't know what's going on here. Now they will. In entertainment news, the life of quarantine doesn't stop a party. D-Nice, a veteran DJ, rapper, photographer, and producer, turns his living room into a hot club every night for his Instagram followers. When overbooked schedule got slowed down due to COVID-19, D-Nice found a way to enjoy his friends, fans, and music. On March 17th, he got on Instagram Live to play some music for his followers, with about 200 friends at first, after the word spread quickly. And the day after that, the small group of friends grew into 1,000 people viewing the live story. By Friday, the live show had reached 25,000 viewers, with the likes of Jennifer Lopez and Drake. D-Nice calls the club Club Quarantine and Homeschool. The live continues to grow every night. The last count was at 100,000, with the likes of Michelle Obama, Rihanna, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Oprah Winfrey. You can visit his Instagram at D-Nice, at DNICE, all lowercase letters. In other entertainment news, while the COVID crisis and everyone being quarantined, some celebrities behind bars fear contracting the virus while in prison and are fighting to be released. Amongst those are R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. Both men have been turned down as of now or have not yet been ruled upon. The number of inmates and correctional guards testing positive for the virus is rising, leading the ACLU to call on prison authorities to ensure the people inside are safe. On Tuesday, California governor stated that he would be granting 3,500 inmates in his 35 prisons an early release in efforts to reduce crowding as the virus spreads. In weather, it'll be cloudy skies for the rest of the night with the highs being 75. We now return you to the regularly scheduled program. The dining room hours have changed for the on-campus residents. The CAF hours are as follows. Monday through Friday, breakfast will be at 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Lunch will begin at 11 a.m. and end at 1 p.m. Dinner will begin at 4 p.m. and end at 6:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, brunch will begin at 11 a.m. and end at 2 p.m. and dinner will begin at 4:30 p.m. and end at 6:30 p.m. The Alcorn University of Dynamite will be holding auditions online due to the coronavirus. To schedule your audition, please email ecmartin@alcorn.edu, mharvey@alcorn.edu, or soundsofdynamite@gmail.com. Again, to schedule your audition, please email ecmartin@alcorn.edu, mharvey@alcorn.edu, or soundsofdynamite@gmail.com. We have now come to the talking segment of our show. We're going to discuss, are the 5G waves causing the coronavirus? Now, how this began is when the virus COVID-19 arose in what scientists believe the city of Wuhan in China in December of last year, which is around the same time the city's first 5G network was introducing the relationship between the virus and the 5G towers. Just to give you a little background information on 5G, you should note that not all 5G radio signals are the same. There are two different types of 5G. One brings sub-6 GHz and millimeter wave, which are 24 GHz. The only radio waves being used in China are sub-6 GHz, which are also the same signals the whole world has been using for years without any impact. Now, where did these theories come from? Every year, the potential health impact of using cell phones occur. To defer these ideas, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization websites have yet to prove that technology has a link between what's called non-ionizing radiation that radio signals generate. In other words, non-ionizing radiation is a form that doesn't have the potential cause atomic level changes to cells. Now, some of these waves that are being discussed are the same waves that you're around every day. For example, your microwave carries some of the same waves. Now, although I don't believe that it is the 5G towers causing the mutation of the virus, and I say mutation because the coronavirus is not something new. This virus has been around before, but now the virus that we know today has mutated into a different strand and a more lethal than the previous one. I think maybe people should look more into the government's role and where they play a part in the spread of the mutation of the virus instead of the 5G towers. So to answer the question, are the 5G towers the reason for the coronavirus? No. I think people just have too much time on their hands and are becoming at-home scientists.